Hey, what is up YouTube? It's Delto, and today I just read my own thoughts in the future, okay? And so, what does that mean? What does it mean to say I read my own thoughts in the future? What does that even mean? It sounds ridiculous, and to some extent it probably is, but essentially, I was having echoes of what my inner dialogue was going to be based on stimuli from the outer world before those stimuli actually occurred. Okay, so I was just going about my life, living my life, having an experience, and my dialogue somehow outpaced my actual experience. And so I think that this is because each timeline that we're on, okay, because we're always on some timeline. You can't not be on a timeline. You can't be in the original universe. You can't be in a universe that is the real one. You can't be in... You're always in a parallel universe. It's parallel to every other version of yourself, okay? So our inner dialogue is sort of like a program or a code, and it matches what our outer experience should mirror back to if we're in an automatic state of mind. Okay? And what is an automatic state of mind? Well, by the time we're 35, our mind, most of our actions become automatic. They become preconceived. They become already done in our head. And so we get cemented this way. We get cemented into thinking that our patterns are actually original thought. We think that we're free when we're actually enslaved in this matrix. Now I say enslaved. If you're in an automatic state of mind, this will not trigger. Enslaved. Now when I say it won't trigger, what do I mean? I mean you're not going to understand what I'm saying. And it's going to cause you to fear. It's going to cause some fear reaction, like, oh. It's going to cause some anger reaction, some emotional response instead of a mental response, okay? So how do you actually clear out this programming that we have? Basically, the way that you clear out the automatic programming is to start thinking differently. And how do you think differently? Getting stuck in a program is also the reason that time loops start. You get stuck in the same program, starting the same mistakes over again, and using more mistakes to fix the one mistake. See, this is why we get stuck in time loops, because if our inner dialogue doesn't move forward, then our experience has to go, hey, wait a minute, there's a lag here. I need to rewind this, okay? That's why time loops actually start. You just need nonsense. If you want to come up with original thoughts, if you want to come up with something brand new, you just need nonsense. You need something that is meaningless that you can apply meaning to. And this meaning will plant more seeds in your head. You just need a biodiverse ecosystem in the forest of your mind, the forest of madness, okay? So how do you do that? You just have to use word salad, okay? This is why a lot of the time you see crazy people, or people with mental disorders, people with schizophrenia. Now I say crazy people, I didn't mean to use that offensive term, but I did, and my apologies for that. But they use word salad. They use words that don't make sense because you kind of have to if you want to come up with something original, because they're trying to escape a time loop. So pretty much you can use anything for word salad, such as I read my own thoughts in the future. Now that actually did happen to me, but the reason that it happened to me is because I was outside of what is. That's the side effect of getting Omicron. I'm over it now, but I'm still getting lung effects. Anyway, basically word salad. And I have a few videos about that, like you need to turn the solar panels off to the leaf before you unplug the light bulbs. That way you can activate the transformers before they smoke weed. Before they do something. Anyway. Yeah. That's pretty much going to sum up this video, but the main point of this is that, first of all, the reason time loops happen is because you need to adjust your mind. Second of all, is that you can change your thought patterns and change your inner dialogue by using word salad and inferring meaning from it. Now, we all know what word salad is. It's literally just saying something that doesn't make sense. Hang on. The net owl decreased by 7-11% last yesterday actually, so I had to activate the oil rig again today. And that's an example of word salad. It's just something that has pretty much zero meaning. You infer meaning from it, you get a new thought pattern. This is basically what psychedelics do. They just activate new neural pathways in your head. That's why when you take them, you suddenly are not the same. You suddenly are like not thinking the same, not feeling the same. You're suddenly not acting the same because you have new open neural pathways in your brain. The Bible says, as I made a short video about a little while ago, when the eye becomes single, it says the eyes are the place of light in the body, and when the eye becomes single, your whole body is filled with light. When the eye becomes single. It also says, and the name of the place was Pineal. Now, anyway, I made a short video about that, but you can check out that. It's the last video I uploaded. Pretty much, the gist of the story is that I used to think the third eye was just a chakra, and before that I thought that the third eye was this amazing mystical thing, and now I'm back to thinking that. So it's kind of a circular thing, that I went from thinking it's an amazing mystical thing and it's pretty much like a standalone sort of thing, and it kind of is, and then also it's not just a standalone sort of thing. It's not. It's a chakra. The third eye is a chakra, but it is a standalone sort of thing. It is something that's not the same as the rest of the chakras. It's not the same as the heart chakra or any other chakra like that, because it's not really a chakra. The third eye is the mind. The third eye is the mind. It's not the pineal gland. It's not the this gland or the that gland. It's not the hypothalamus or the thalamus. It's the mind. The whole mind. When you open your mind, you open the third eye. Because the only reason you see shit when you open your third eye, the only reason you see shit that's not physical, that's not really there, is because you're activating new neural pathways. And so like when you were little, if you really remember when you were little, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you really remember, but you don't. Because when you're little, you're tripping the fuck out, and it's because your third eye is opened. But you think this is just imagination, but we don't remember this fully. Those memories of how active our imagination actually was when we were like 6 and 7 years old, that doesn't even resonate with our current mindset. That's how higher vibrational it is than how we currently are. And so we actually forget how we saw things when we're little. Once you start changing your mental pattern, you remember that. And so it's almost like remembering a past life, but actually you're just being exposed to your own psyche. So, yeah, that's going to sum this video up. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I made any sense. I don't know. I'm trying to communicate something that's bigger than my mouth. There's some seed that grew in my head, and now it's an entire asshole fucking tree. And I'm trying to fit it through my mouth, and it's not really fitting. But I think I got some sort of concept across that maybe will plant a seed in your head. I don't know. Anyway, goodbye.